So, one day last spring, as spring was warming to summer, I was cooking eggs in a frying pan when I see 5 of those itty-bitty little ants go marching across the tile floor in my kitchen, single file, headed directly for my trash, where fresh coffee grounds and last night's scraps abound. And since I'm a guy, well, I just stepped on them with my sneaker. End of story. Only Lois, that chick I had hanging around back then, wanted to start in with me about how I was a merciless, cruel-hearted bastard of a human beast because I just squished a bunch of those itty-bitty little ants. You know, the ones that are about this big. And Lois was having herself a hissy fit over it. So I turned to her and I says, Lois, I says, pipe down, would you? Don't you understand? Those were scouts. If even one of them would have made it back to the ant colony, well, I'd have me a frickin' ant caravan a mile long. Coming and going. Going and coming. From our little trash can here in the kitchen all the way back to where they came from. To which Lois replied, you goddamn bastard of a beast. How could you? How could you? They were only doing their jobs. They were just little ones. To which I replied, I'm trying to send a message back to where they came from. Lois, dear, that none who venture here ever, I mean ever, return alive. Now, meanwhile, back at the ant colony, Staff Sergeant York He is in a supervisory position at the entrance to the ant colony. He was getting to be too old to be a soldier ant anymore, so middle management made him an overseer. He stands at the entrance to the ant colony, and he clocks out all the scouts as they go out to scout. Clocks them all back in again when they return. 12-hour shifts. And Staff Sergeant York is quite distraught, as well he should be. Scout Team Victor, with Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova, are way overdue. Way overdue. While the other teams are returning on time, according to schedule, and the night is falling. And of every scout team that is returning, Staff Sergeant York inquires. Page, Swanson, McDermott, have you seen my boys? Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova? And they all reply, why no, Staff Sergeant, we haven't. McDermott pipes up, they're just not in our sector, Staff Sergeant. Very well, carry on, says Staff Sergeant York. Under his breath, where could they be? You're not worried, are you, Sarge? Asks Page, leader of Scout Team Scrupulous. No, don't worry, they'll turn up, says Staff Sergeant York, as he looks yet again at his watch. Oh, you didn't know that about ants, did you? Yeah, they wore watches. So in order to be nonchalant about it, Staff Sergeant York remarks, say, why don't you guys go chow down, get yourselves some shut-eye. Which is impossible for an ant. They don't have eyelids. Oh, come on. This lame-ass comedy routine. I figured I'd spice it up, throw that in there. Why not? After all, this whole thing is anthropomorphicological anyways. No pun intended. No, wait a minute. Of course that pun was intended. You do realize I'm just lying, don't you? Oh, no. So anyway, finally, the last crew arrives. And we're about to witness the final curtain as all hope fails. Garcetti, Jorgensen, Jenkins, and Shorty. Yeah, even ants have nicknames. And Shorty, even for one of those itty-bitty little ants. Yeah, he's on the short side. And the Sarge pipes up, Garcetti, have you seen my boys? Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova? Saracetti on the spot, obviously. And he replies, there's nothing for it now. So he gives it to him straight up. Didn't you know, Sarge? Haven't you heard? Scout Team Victor. All of them. Were last seen around 09:30 this morning. Disappearing into that giant crack in the Great Wall. 5 clicks north of here, you know the one. Staff Sergeant, as does every ant in this colony. It's the one where none who venture there ever return alive. Yeah, all right, and Z. Plenty enough, huh? In a little cafe, just a half a mile north of the border, lived a humble gal with tired feet taking orders. Every day of her life passed by in solitude and grace, as the sun went down and rose again in that place. Now destiny was playing cards with his buddy Fortune, who lost at a hand exceeding table stakes. And the powers that be cut a deal with Lady Luck and fate, that Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. Whoa, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta pick up their sleeve, if we only believe. That very day, a man appeared in the doorway of that little cafe, and she greeted him with courtesy and faith. When he looked in her eyes, he said, "Darling, I've come to take you away from this place." When she asked him his name, he replied, "Just call me Ace." Whoa, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta drink up their sleeve, if we only believe. "20 years have gone by and she has never regretted a second. How everything changed from the moment adventure beckoned. Now from dawn until dusk every day, she has everything it takes. And all over the world she is simply known as the Face. Oh, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta drink up their sleeve, if we only believe. Now in a little cafe, just a half a mile north of the border, at a quiet little table in a dusty, darkened corner, face dealing cards, Lady Luck is looking over his shoulder, and Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. Yes, Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. want to take you back to the 1960s now. The London sound, not the Mercy beat, that came later. And a singer-songwriter by the name of Donovan Leitch, otherwise known as Donovan, who achieved fame and fortune with songs like Jennifer and Mellow Yellow. But this was side B of a single that went absolutely nowhere. I've always loved it. But I'll buy you a Ford Mustang. I'll buy you a Ford Mustang. I will buy you a Ford Mustang. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. I'll buy you a diamond ring. I'll buy you a diamond ring. I will buy you a diamond ring. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. Well, I'll buy you a Cadillac. I'll buy you a Cadillac. I will buy you a Cadillac. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. I don't want no Cadillac, even though it's shiny black. I don't want no Cadillac. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. Yeah, I drink liquid rust for breakfast. Mix it in with gasoline. And then I chew on old men's bones for lunch, baby. Yeah, I grease them down with Vaseline. And what I eats for dinner, whoa, bounces around like a trampoline. I gotta jump diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. Yeah, it's worse than sugar, baby. It's worse than caffeine. It's even worse than smoking, baby. 10 times worse than nicotine. It's those polytriglycerides and that DHT. I got a junk food diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. I tried to kick it more than once or twice, baby. I just could not get free. Then I had me a blood sugar crisis, baby. In the end, it nearly took me. Then came my hour of decision. I had them junk food diet, heebie-weebie, heebie-cheebies. Oh yeah. I got a junk food diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. Oh yeah, no, I forgot to mention. Lois and I did break up shortly after that itty bitty little ants incident or episode, whatever you want to call it. As heartfelt soulmates sometimes do. Last I heard, she's dating some guy who's trying to save the whales, which makes more sense. No, I'm only kidding. Me? I keep writing fiction that tends to reveal the true human nature of human nature. Film scripts, cartoon scripts, comedy routines, short stories, and the music that goes along with them. Right now I'm working on a film script about a private eye gets hired by a jealous wife who suspects her university professor husband of having an affair. There's this cute little undergraduate is spending way too much time with him. He's a history professor at a local university. And it turns out he's tracked down the whereabouts of all of the gold in ancient Jerusalem from when the Romans sacked the city in 72 AD. All of it. Rightly, Jesus of Nazareth predicted that they would leave not one stone upon another. And university professor, history and all, this guy locates it. Now, the cute little undergraduate, she's a nothing. She's just curious, that's all. But this professor gets mixed up with some of the most evil men on the planet. Think of it. The calculus is just shy of 23,000 metric tons of pure gold. That would be a solid cube, 150 by 150 by just almost 9 stories high. And this private eye and his investigation and what the movie's all about is a peep show into the lives of some of the most grotesquely nefarious persons that you will ever find on planet Earth. And the adventure ends with our hero barely escaping by faking his own death and slithering into this sleazeball-looking joint halfway around the world where he orders a gin and tonic, all disheveled and looking like he's been through hell, because he has been. So much so that the bartender leans across the bar and says, "So what's your story, fella?" To which he replies, I'm not sure whether or not I believe in God, but I sure as hell believe in the devil. Roll credits. I got one more for you. Come on. Whenever I sing, and I sing a lot, I give it all I got till, I give it all I got till, I give it all I've got. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, come on. And whenever I'm walking downtown, I make sure that I really strut. I give it on my toe heel, I give it on my ankle. So when I strut, I really strut. What's that I hear all the people say? It must be they're having a very bad hair day. Can they lighten up a little? Or they sweeten up a little? And let me go my merry way. I really try and take that chance. I really turn up out there, so we both are feet and roll it through the air. And I make sure that she is breathless whenever I take her back to her chair. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Whenever I sing, and I sing a lot, I give it all I got till, I give it all I got till, I give it all that I've got. Yeah. Forget about it.